All right, we're back. Chapter 4. Now she's being violent, not just with him, but she's being violent with the children. She's more than likely seeing another man. She doesn't have time for her family. So I guess let's start here. She was violent with the husband. She doesn't have time for her family anymore. Her job's more important. She may be seeing somebody else outside of the marriage. And now she's violent with the children. And she may be addicted to whatever over-the-counter drugs. And I tell this guy, what are you doing? Are you waiting for someone to get hurt or even die? You can't protect her, protect yourself, and protect the kids by ignoring things. And one day he tells me, I found out she's cheating on me. I'm just like, well, I could have told you that. How long do you think it's been going on? And he's like, it had to be going on for at least 2 years, maybe 5 years. And I told him, I says, well, that's, yeah, I was thinking that. Then he tells me she's leaving me now that I found out she's been cheating on me. I'm just like, what? Yeah, I found out she was cheating on me and she left me and she took my children. Okay, so what are you gonna do? I'm gonna try to work things out with her. You're really gonna try to work things out with her? Yes, because I care about her. I'm like, buddy, she doesn't care about you. She doesn't care about the children. And he still tried to work things out with her. And then he comes to me, he tells me, I can't see my kids anymore. I'm just like, why can't you see your kids anymore? He's like, well, after years of physical abuse to me, she went and got a protection order against him. I was like, wait a minute. Didn't you just tell me the police took your wife away because she beat you up? Yeah. And she was violent to kids? Yeah. And she got a protection order against you when she was the one beating you up? Yeah. And I tell him, well, you know why she did that? She's doing that to help her with the custody battle with the kids now. No, she would never do that. Yes, she is, buddy. And I tell him, that's what she's doing. You have police reports of her physically abusing you. She has absolutely nothing on you because you've never done anything. And you know you haven't. He's like, yeah, but I'm like, no, you told me she beat you up. Police came, took her away. Didn't you just tell me about a time ago that you caught your wife physically abusing your son? Yeah, you caught her physically abusing your son. She could have killed your son. And she got a protection order against you. She's using this as a tool for the divorce now. She's making you out to be a dangerous black man, and she's the innocent white female now. You do know you just lost everything because when you go to court, they're not going to care about your police reports of her being taken away for beating you. They're not going to care about her over-the-counter drug use. They're not going to care about her beating the kids. They're going to see she got a protection order against a black man, and this innocent white woman now is the victim, and you're the evil man now. And I told him, I says, hey, you're done. And he's like, no, I can fight this because I've got witnesses. You got witnesses? Yes. You got police reports? Yes. It still doesn't matter. You're black and you're a man. In family court, you're automatically a monster. Then he tells me he goes to family court, he brings all of his evidence, and she still gets the kids. And he's like, he doesn't understand what happened. Then he tells me, this is, well, He tells me his wife testified in court that he has never laid a hand on him. I mean, he has never laid a hand on her violently, ever. She testified this in court. She testified that he has never laid a hand violently on the children. And I asked him, I said, so you're telling me that in court, your wife testified you have never been violent to anyone, and they still gave her a protection order against you after you have police reports of her being violent to you? He's like, yeah, that happened. And I told him, I said, you know what? I'm sorry. You have some corruption going on. Then he tells me his wife has a personal connection with the judge. I told him, then you know what? You're done. I told the poor guy, you're done. She has everything against you. You cannot win that case. Then he tells me he started getting death threats from people. And I'm like, what? And he tells me he's been getting death threats, people threatening to lynch him, people threatening him to hang him from the tree in the front of his yard like the good old days. I'm just like, okay, that's a sick person to do something like that. Then he's getting threats from his wife. She's telling him if he doesn't give up on his kids, his black ass will not have a chance against a pretty white girl like her in court. All she has to do is cry and she'll get whatever she wants. And I'm listening to him tell me this, and I'm just like, buddy, you might as well crawl into a hole and die. Then the poor guy is sitting here blubbering, and he tells me she came over to his house. She has a protection order against him, and she comes over to his house, tells him that his N-word ass has no chance, that she has a judge that's going to break his N-word ass in court, and he will not have a chance. And I told him, that's not your wife anymore. I'm like, poor guy, that's not your wife. That's some demon. And the judge actually gave his wife everything. And I told him, I said, you got to understand, that's a crooked judge that you're working with. You're probably working with a judge that is racist as well. You're probably working with your wife's lawyer who's probably racist as well. She's probably part of a women's group that hates men, and they're doing everything possible to destroy you. And I'm just like, buddy, I feel sorry for you because you're going to lose everything. You don't have a chance. It's all over for you. The justice system is not going to work for you. He tells me, I don't have a police record. My record is clean. I used to work for the federal government. I used to work for the military. I used to work in investments. My record's clean. I told him, it doesn't matter how clean your record are. Your skin's not clean. Your skin is black. And you're a man. You don't understand, in the courtroom, being black is a crime. Being a man is a crime. You're a black man. So that means they want you dead. She's going to get everything. She's going to go in that courtroom and she's going to cry and she's going to lie. They're going to look at you as this big, bad, evil black man, and they're going to give her everything she wants. And I told them, you might as well bend over and get ready because you know what is about to happen to you. I told them, you need to go and find help. We're going to stop there, and I'm going to come back a little bit later, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more of the story. I feel sorry for this guy.